Today's episode is brought to you in part by Come Here Deer, stops them in their tracks. Rhino Labs, full circle concealment. Limb Saver, products that works. And the World Deer and Turkey Expo in Birmingham, Alabama. Hi folks, and welcome to this week's edition of Outdoors with Bob Coker. We went up to Wisconsin and hunted with Big E Outfitters and had a great time. We were hunting white-tailed deer and monster bull elk. As we were driving in the driveway, we heard elk bugling before we ever got out of the truck. I knew it was going to be an exciting hunt.
Oh yes.
Great accommodations, have a nice lodge, had a lot of trophy animals hanging on the wall. So we knew we were in to see some big monster animals. Folks, we're going to get right into a hunt. We're going to show you my white-tailed deer hunt. The wind is whooping it up, but we're fortunate enough we have two camera angles. We got Brandon in one tree across from us, and then in the same tree I'm in, I got Jay here, my best friend, and Pro Staffer. He's up in the tree above me, shooting right over my shoulder. And we're hoping to get the animal between the two cameras. Let's look and see what happens.
Well, it looks like my shot's going to be inside of 30 yards. There ought to be a chip shot if he comes on in here.
So folks, we get in the stand and we're there for a little while, and the rain has poured down all night.
Monsoon.
The wind is blowing anywhere from 20 to 40 miles an hour at time in gust. And I feel like a tennis ball on the end of an antenna.
And you look like one. And folks, I'm afraid of heights, but I love to hunt high. And with that wind blowing, I just didn't feel comfortable pulling my bow back either.
And before we know it, we can't hear anything. And Bob looks over his shoulder and says, "Jay, look."
And that deer wasn't 15 yards, almost directly under.
Is he looking? Hey, is he looking at us?
Yeah. I was so disgusted. What a nice buck.
Beautiful.
Symmetrical. I didn't know what to do. And finally it dawned on me, why don't I try to do some grunting?
Mr. Bob Coker. What happened, buddy? The deer comes back in, He reads the little script that you printed out for him. Here's the deer grunt. Comes back, presents us a perfect broadside shot, and Mr. Bob Coker, Mr. Stonewall Jackson, draws back with his deathly bow. Hadn't killed an animal in 26 years with nothing but a bow, and then, whoop! What happened?
I missed.
Oh, yeah. It's just a little bit, though. May have been like how much was it, buddy? What you think? You think?
I would bet it was at least 18 inches off the mark. And folks, I don't have an excuse. But Jay, give me one. I couldn't figure out. I was ready to throw that bow out the daggum stand, and I certainly was going to shoot it to see why in the world I shot so high. And Jay tells me it sounds like a shotgun went off when I fired.
Exactly.
And we looked, and the bottom of my limb had hit the bow and kicked the arrow straight up in the air. And when that happens, you're going to miss, and you're going to miss big.
Yeah, the wind's blowing so hard we couldn't really control that. It's just part of hunting.
Folks, we're going to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to show you how he does elk hunting.